Good day, everyone. I'm here to give you a little update about the Ethereum Community Castle, or as we call it, ETHCC. A little background. My name is Jerome. I do economics. I'm also the director for ConsenSys Solutions. We have a booth over there. And I came with two of my colleagues, Nicolas and Jean. Come and say hi. They are pretty good guys. I'm also the president of a non-profit called Asseth. Who have heard about Asseth? You have. Wow, Asseth is so cool. Asseth is very cool. I'm easy to find on social media. But what's Asseth anyway? We are the oldest blockchain promoting non-profit in France. We are doing a lot of things. We have close to 500 members now. Very good members of Asseth, such as Nicolas Baccar or Adrien Charlan, are presenting in this conference. And we hope to have even more German-French collaboration in the future. If you ever come to Paris or in France, give us a call, reach out to us on social media. We will be happy to feature you in some of our workshops. We do a lot of workshops in France. We translate stuff in French. And we organize the Ethereum Community Conference. And here's some update about the castle. So last March, we were at a conference called ETHCC, and we discovered something. When you click on Google Map and you look for a town called Eth, there is a town called Eth. It's very close to Paris. It's very close to Brussels. It's not that far from London, not that far from Berlin, not that far from Madrid. And yeah, there's a beautiful coat of arms of the town of Eth. So looking at the town of Eth, when you zoom in, you find there is something in the middle of the town of Eth. And looking at this very thing, you find the Chateau d'Eth. So there is actually a castle in the town of Eth with a moat. Like, you know, if things go wreck of arc, you can just leave the bridge and be fine in your castle. Looking at the castle, it's a pretty cool castle. Like, you have the northeast view, you have the south, you have the pigeon loft. This is where we were. Like, we found about this castle and we presented this at ETHCC. So since then, we've been there. So we took the car and drove to Eth. In front of the castle, there is a church. If you go in the church, you find this big plate of stone with a lozenge and an archangel. Like, so what are the odds? You are in the town of Eth and you found the Eth symbol in the middle. But the door was closed. So we went to the castle and we tried to reach out to the owner of the castle, but it was unfortunately closed. But still, we found out more story about the castle, more background about the castle. Come and ask me after this talk. I'd be happy to share stuff. And we know now who the owner was, and we reached out, and he responded. And now the next step is we're gonna have a meeting to negotiate with him. Negotiate what, you might ask? The initial chateau offering. So we have no idea how much this castle costs. Like, no idea. Like, well, roughly an idea, but like it's not that expensive, but it's still costly. So what we propose is to have a community castle based on a castle token, CSTL. The castle token will be a token. We don't know exactly what the sell cap will be yet. We haven't estimated the price for the upkeep or refurbishing and stuff. And what we propose is that we give the ownership to Asseth, as Asseth is a regulated non-profit. We are very easy to go on the board, to vote for different action of Asseth. So it's pretty much already like a DAO, and we have a project called DAO 1901, where you can vote on the blockchain for our change of board and stuff. So here's about the castle. So what we propose is to have a token called CSTL as a mini-me ERC20. So if you don't know what mini-me is, it's an ERC20 that can reproduce itself. So you have multiple instances of the same contract with the same balances. So every year, the castle token, which represents your ownership of a share of the castle, reproduces itself into an Occupy token. So if you have 100 castle token, you get 100 Occupy token for the year 2018, for example. And every year, we propose to schedule the different weeks of the chateau for people to bid on. So if you want to occupy, say, the castle in July, you can vote on some weeks of July, you can bid on some weeks of July, and so on. And of course, we've been in discussion with Gnosis to do the DappCon framework applied on this type of auctioning. We also proposed that Asseth preempt on 2 weeks of the year to organize an ETHFest, so a little festival about Ethereum in the town of ETH. And here are the open questions. So if you like this project, come and discuss this with us. How many castle tokens shall we open? Should it be like lots of castle token? Should we have fixed priced? What months fit best for auctioning the token? We don't know. Probably just gonna experience and see what works. How long should we last, and so on. So we are in a phase of trying to come up with a good model for it. And we hope a lot of people will participate, and a lot of you will end up spending weeks at the castle and maybe have wedding in the Church of ETH or whatever. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, if you have Swarm, you can check out our Chateau des ETH and Castle of ETH, and there are some files hidden in those Ethereum names. Thanks.